Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online, and in today's video I want to discuss one of the dev blogs that deals with the upcoming research changes in the summer expansion. So let's go for the browser, and then over here we should have dev blogs. Yep, there we go. And it's called Researching the Future. So in the summer expansion we'll get a complete overhaul of industry, and research is considered a part of industry. So the first part here is about basically what the design philosophy is concerning the copying of blueprints. So at the moment it can take a very long time, especially for something like Tech2 blueprints, to create a copy. And so they are planning to reduce the time it takes to create blueprint copies so that the bulk of manufacturing will move from BPO manufacturing to BPC manufacturing. This will reduce the risk for having to use BPOs in stuff like a POS, but on the other hand, the mechanics are going to change a little bit in such a way that you can't do all of the exact same things you can do at the moment with remotely using blueprint originals. So it's a little bit of a give and take, but the idea is to bring the amount of time it takes to copy a blueprint to the same amount of time as it takes to actually produce the manufactured good, with industry giving a maximum of 20% reduction in build time, so industry skills, and science giving a maximum of 25% reduction in copy times. This ends up meaning that with max skills, copying takes 6.25% less time than manufacturing for a given blueprint. So yeah, creating blueprint copies is going to be a lot easier, take a lot less time. And so basically the bottleneck, I think, is going to be your skills and no longer either the amount of time it takes to create a blueprint copy or something like the slots, but that's for another dev blog. After that, the material efficiency and production efficiency, which is going to be renamed to time efficiency, are going to change quite drastically as well. The current system is a little bit confusing. So at the moment you have basically the base amount of minerals or materials you need to produce your good. Added on top of that is like an extra layer of extra materials, and the more you increase the material efficiency of your blueprint, the less the amount of extra materials becomes. And it's actually in such a way that you can keep improving your material efficiency up into infinity, and you will actually never reach the absolute 100% efficiency with the blueprint original, because it's always only a percentage of the remaining waste that gets reduced. At the moment, the first level of material efficiency is worth like 50% of the total available bonus. The second level brings you to 66%, the third to 75%, and by level 9 you'll have 90% of the available bonuses. So that is of course a system where you can basically just keep reducing it, but in the end it becomes not worthwhile anymore, because going, for instance, from material efficiency 150 to 151 is only going to mean like maybe 10 tritanium less or something like that, and so it's no longer worth the time investment. But that system is going to change. First of all, they're going to do away with the wastage. Those are the extra materials I was talking about. Instead, they are going to increase all the build costs by 11%, and the material efficiency will be able to reduce the build cost by 10% in order to basically allow you to reach 100% efficiency. Now, why 11%? It's not always that easy to explain this, but maybe this example can help you. If you go from 100 to 200, this is an increase by 100%. But if you go from like 200 back to 100, it's the same amount, but that's only a reduction by 50%. And so the increase by 11% of the amount of goods is the same as reducing the amount by 10% back. So it's actually, the correct number is 11.11%, etc. So in the new system, first of all, the wastage is going away, but everything becomes more expensive to produce. And are my mining lasers still going? Yeah, but they'll be done pretty soon. In the new system, you will get 10 levels for material efficiency, and in the same vein as our current skill training, the higher the level you go, the longer it's going to take to research the blueprint. And every level will then reduce the amount of wastage of the extra materials, or the amount it costs to produce your good by 1%. And so at material level 10, you will actually reach this 100% efficiency, where you basically only need the base materials to produce the good. Or well, that's no longer the case. The base material goes up 11%, but then you get back to 10%, and so you're back at the current situation of what would be perfect right now. Now the one problem is, of course, that they are going to have to do something about the current, the old blueprint originals that already exist. And there we go. That's a little bit of mining done. Let's grab some more Veldspar here. Always useful, considering we're going into an industrial expansion. So for the old blueprints, of course, they have to somehow translate them to the new system. And so the current material efficiency and time efficiency of 1 will become the first 5 to 10%. So basically the first rank, I think. No, it's actually the first 5 ranks. Yeah. And then material efficiency 5 up to 9 is going to become a material efficiency 9% and time efficiency 18%. It's going to keep the same statistic as at the moment. Actually, time efficiency is twice the scaling of material efficiency. And then anything over material efficiency of 10 is going to become a perfect BPO, so reduction by 10%. Now, this does mean that people that have been researching their blueprint originals to very high levels, like myself, I have several of them at material efficiency 100, those are going to be brought back to a material efficiency 10%. But one thing to remember is this is actually going to improve your blueprint original, because at the moment, no matter how far you've gone, you're never at the exact 100% efficiency rate. And so now you will actually get that, because the cost will be reduced by the full 10% of all the materials previously needed. So some people will consider this a nerf to their blueprint originals, where they've put a lot of time in that. And in one sense, that is true, because the advantage you gained from the extra research compared to people that did not put in the time is going to go away. But keep in mind that your blueprint will actually improve with this change. You will actually need less materials to produce the goods from those BPOs, just because you will reach that 100% point that it would be at the moment. So yeah, it's a little bit of give and take, of course. It's a lot of time investment that you might feel has gone to waste, because you only needed to go up to material efficiency 10 to receive this perfect blueprint original. But in the end, the blueprint will be improved, so it's not a total loss in my opinion. And personally, I can live with this. The reason for that is, of course, that my blueprints are not for big ships. I have nothing bigger than a battle cruiser. I can understand if you've gone above and beyond for something like an Orca blueprint or a carrier blueprint or something like that, that you'll feel a little bit cheated. But honestly, I don't see that many people having invested the time to bring an Orca blueprint above 10 material efficiency. So overall, you know, this should be okay. It should work out for everyone, in my opinion. So yeah, there you go, guys. It's a pretty drastic change to the research system, especially the change to the copying. It's going to be interesting to see what the new bottlenecks will become for production when it comes to blueprint copies. But overall, I think the new system for material efficiency and time efficiency is going to be a lot clearer for other people. You'll know exactly how far you can go to get to that optimal blueprint original, where at the moment it's a little bit of, you can just keep going as long as you want to, but it just lacks any efficiency at that point anymore. So yeah, there you go, guys. Quick look at this dev blog. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.